Where are we going with this? We didn't even have an intro today.
Anyway, guys, hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nick.
I'm Josh.
I'm Dave.
And, wow. How are you?
If the intro hasn't been kept in, you'll be wondering why Jamie said, well.
I'm assuming it's there.
Unless someone else edits it, I'm not taking it
I guess
out.
we've got a lot to talk about today.
Well, we've talked about a lot
Talked
today.
about it already.
I would like to start. I know we start with what have we been playing, but I think we've all played Outriders.
Yeah.
I've played
The
some
big
demo,
news.
Yeah.
Dave's the only one that hasn't purchased it. Shame.
Look, you guys might be at the cutting edge. I feel like I'm like at the thick back of the ass.
But
On the back of the knife.
I think we all liked it, but I'm seriously salty on the server issues. I've played more of the demo than the actual game.
Yeah. Well, look, let's just preface this by going, it is day 2 of the launch. It has not been a very stable launch.
No.
Like, they've had technical issues. However, with games like this, give me an example of a modern game that has like a lot of like it's always on
Cyberpunk.
servers. No, that won't cut it. A game that has always on servers that is launched well. Like you always have day one problems, always. And the good thing that I've seen come out of it so far is that the developer they've been communicating very frequently with people. They've been throwing out like kind of workarounds and fixes while they actually get patches out the door. So, and you know, it's a long weekend, which sucks because like we're all just sitting around going like, I want to play this game. I have nothing to do. I've got time set aside, and it hurts even more. But you know, we'll see where we are in a few days. You know, I feel like once they get like these major kinks kind of out of the pipeline, the game will be fine.
You guys hear it buzzing when he talks?
I do.
Is it only when Jamie talks?
Say something, Nick.
Oh.
I think it's me. I think mine's buzzing.
What have you done?
Connection, all right?
Maybe my hearing's terrible then. Just
No, still hearing that buzz. Josh, fix it.
Boop, 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 boop.
Is it showing up on the...
No, it's not showing up on there. I don't think is an actual
Oh, sorry.
Well,
you can just
it's
use
such
the
it'd be
noise.
such a
connection to the desk or
probably
something.
something like that. Video game.
Video game and porn. We've covered everything.
That's all there is to life. That's all we need anyway.
That's all we need. Says the family man.
But Outriders is good.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
because when I first, because I think I jumped up at about 7:30 on launch day, and just went, I'd left it pre-downloading the night before, and jumped on to play it. Servers were like having a bit of a tantrum the first time I tried to get on. Obviously, everyone's trying to get on launch day. Then I think, what was it? I think I maybe had to try 2 more times to get in. I got in. I didn't have a problem for hours after that.
Nice.
But me being on the Expo and it being a public holiday was when me and Jamie tried to play it and found out that the crossplay is balked.
That sucks.
And you got the crossplay working fine during the demo, didn't you?
Yeah, during the demo.
They've literally
fine,
come out and
great.
said that there was a back end
like
data
a
mismatch.
Yeah,
Date
that
time
I saw
mismatch
that,
or
yeah.
something.
it causes just an instant desync, and they're not going to probably be able to get that patched until
Next week sometime.
next
I
week.
think.
Yeah, because they have to run it by Microsoft and Sony if they're going to roll out a patch.
So
Yeah.
Because when I was reading it today, it was like, if like Xbone players can play with PlayStation players and PC players
Yeah,
on
console
Steam,
to console's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and PC players on Steam can play with people on Epic.
Yeah.
But it's just when you try to cross that bridge
Yeah,
to the middle ground. Like
I think they're going to win a lot of. I don't think the backlash will be anywhere near as severe as if compared to someone that doesn't communicate as well as they have been.
no,
Well, especially because their core product, like when you do get in and you do play it, the game's great.
Yeah.
like it's not broken. Like you just go.
like I mean they're
Sorry.
different games, but I'm kind of comparing the developer response between this and the Red Dead Online stuff. And
Yeah.
Red Dead Online
Oh,
had
yeah.
issues that took like 6 months to get resolved.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas you know
And a community modder.
Yeah, well, no, that's an
Yes.
entirely different one. That
Oh,
wasn't
that was GTA, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't even an issue. That was just like it has a long load time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
well, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about how GTA, Red Dead Online had like an issue where like animals weren't spawning, and a huge component of that is hunting.
That was a bastard too with that issue.
and that was like 6 months
Yeah.
before they fixed it, and they fixed it, and then they brought out a new patch and broke it
and
again.
broke it again. Yeah.
So
The development cycle continues.
but
Keep him in a job somewhere.
seeing spokespeople from People Can Fly coming out and going like, here's what we figured out, try this, try that. We're
People
working
Can
on
Fly
it.
did Painkiller, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Square Enix, what was their last big game?
Final Fantasy VII remake.
Because I've heard of them, obviously. I know they've been about, but
Square Enix have been publishing more games they've been making.
Yeah,
lately.
they published Tomb Raider, they
Yeah.
published Deus Ex.
Deus Ex, that's right. I was reading an article that I had up actually that Outriders, I think, had 111,000 concurrent Steam users at launch.
Jeez, yeah.
And the next biggest Square Enix game was Deus Ex, the first
Human
remake.
Revolution.
Well, yeah, one of those.
The Robocop one.
Like 55. So they pretty much doubled their own
right,
record for
doubled it,
concurrent
yeah.
players.
Yeah, well, I mean, this game is billed as an online thing, and you've also got to consider that if crossplay had worked, that everyone playing on the Xbox who has got the Game Pass, they all have access to the game.
Everyone has access to
And
that
I
game.
kind of wonder if that's sort of what really pushed the servers over, because they were having like huge server load issues, and this is a game that you technically, if you're running it on a Microsoft machine, you don't need to buy. So a lot of people have access to it,
If I was working in their marketing department, and they can feel free to contact me. This goes for most AAA online only games nowadays.
Would you be like, fix
I would
your
call
store?
them. Yeah, I would call 2 days ago when it launched. I would call that a soft launch, and then I would give it a week or two, and I would say we're leading up to the hard launch.
Right.
And you could offer incentive to participate in the soft launch.
Yeah.
It's a thinly veiled beta test basically for the servers.
I
and
see
things.
what you're saying.
People can get a hat or
But
something.
I don't
yeah.
think that anyone would have accepted it after the demo worked so well. I think what they should have done was release it on a Tuesday.
But people aren't going to accept it now. It's even worse. There's a bigger divide. You've gone from a perfectly working demo to a hard launch.
Hard and soft doesn't matter. People just see launch.
To be fair, that was my biggest sticking point, was that the demo, no issues.
Yeah.
And then game comes out.
Well, the game was completely built on DX11 in the demo,
Yeah.
and then DX12 for the main version with DLSS and things like that.
Right.
So it was obviously a completely different build.
Yeah.
And they also had like the issue where you couldn't run it in DS11. DirectX 11.
DirectX 11, yeah.
Because it was just they just had messed up like literally just a command line. They had screwed up, and they had to have like a 1 kilobyte update on PC to fix it.
Yeah, right. HDR, I don't know if it's just mine or not, but the HDR is also screwed. Worked in the demo, but HDR, I've set HDR brightness to like 0,
Yeah.
and I still get blinded. It's
Okay.
all washed out. Like,
Wow.
yeah, something really
Okay.
weird going on. It happens in all, like Sea of Thieves does it as well when it's loading in
Yeah.
before it tapers everything back.
Oh, if everything is popped up.
Yeah,
I've
and
seen
then
the
it,
screenshots from your Sea of Thieves. I'm like, how does it play like that?
well, that's the thing though, because I don't play like what you saw on the
I
screen.
know, I know, yeah.
But that is what Outriders is like the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what I actually see. That
Interesting.
really
Yeah,
bright,
right.
washed out. So
And with a game with that many like effects and lighting effects, and
yeah,
stuff like that in
yeah,
there.
exactly. It's not great. HDR would be nice to have,
Yeah.
but
Not the
it's
end of
not
the
a deal
world.
breaker. Yeah.
I am happy to see that when I updated my drivers before when I was playing the demo, they actually made the demo run worse. And
Nice.
but then the actual game itself came out, and once I actually got into it and could start playing it,
Well, the game ready driver would be for the title.
it ran just fine. So I was happy with that. But it's just it's just a shame that such a promising title has had such a rocky start. But at the same time, it's unsurprising.
Par for the course
because
nowadays.
I have not
Yeah.
seen any online centric game, because every single time, it doesn't matter how much the developer thinks the game is going to do, like how well they think it's going to go, they always come up and go like, you guys exceeded expectations. We did not expect this many people. Every time, bar none.
Yeah.
particularly when a lot of people can play it for free.
Yeah.
on Xbox.
Or for $15 a month. But yeah,
They're
essentially
not going to
free.
know how many people are going to try it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They
I
can
got
look
it
at their
for-
other sales and go, we need to get the service ready for this plus
And,
X amount
and,
more.
that,
and
yeah.
the promise of crossplay, it's so exciting because suddenly you're going like, it doesn't matter where my friends are. It doesn't matter what they're playing on. So people coordinate trying to play the game together.
I mean,
fact
even better if it could be like more than 3, to be fair.
Yeah,
would be great.
Oh,
the free
I'm
is
so
garbage.
salty on that. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Look, baby steps. It does suck. But at least it's a game that has just gone, crossplay, out the game.
That's true.
Crossplay's a win.
It
for
has
sure.
done it right too, because I like initially when we were talking about it last week, when we were like, you just got to make a code and you give your friend your code and they put in the code. You can just add people as friends even if they're on a different system instead of having to generate a code every time. So it's doing what we've all been telling everyone to fucking do with their games.
Yeah.
for
Doing what we've been
years.
told is not possible.
Yeah.
As a slight aside, we were thinking the other night of what we could stream. Apologies to those that look forward to us streaming, but we'll get back to it. Is Squadrons crossplay? Star Wars Squadrons?
I don't know.
Don't know,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I think it's
have
probably
no
worth
idea.
checking out. See if
I mean,
that's
it's a good
crossplay.
game.
Yeah.
Like it's fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it, like even just the single player stuff. So
Because I was just thinking that was not a bad launch for an always online.
that was actually
game.
a really good launch.
Yeah. I was still racking my brain going, I must
Find
think
a
of
game that
something.
actually
There's
launched
got to be
okay.
one game that
Yeah.
launched really well.
Yeah, well, I think the thing with that too is that they kind of could use there was a lot of work, not necessarily done for them, but a lot of groundwork, I think, was like set in place already by the fact that Battlefront 2 had the space section.
But is Squadrons always online?
It is.
yeah,
Really?
it's an EA game, so
Well, I mean, like they're always online.
Yeah, they're-
with like you're
they're
connected to a server, but
so they
like
get like 2 digits, they put them on the ring hole and they go right in there every time they can. It's EA.
Pulling some cash out of
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
that's how it works. They gotta get it somewhere. If it's hard or soft, they just want it all the same. So
they do want it all the same.
they want all of it.
Yes, it's always online.
Okay.
But that also reminded me of another tangent while we're talking about Star Wars. This is the Republic Commando that
Oh
we saw
yeah,
coming out on
Republic
Switch.
Commando coming out on
I think
Switch.
it's Switch and PS5 though. It's a weird.
That's an odd,
Interesting
beast.
combo.
Yeah.
It's odd. Well, it's already
But
out
like-
on PC.
True.
Well, that
Yeah, I don't think
there's
they're
a bunch of problems
remastering it. Or
with that,
do they actually the limited run games or whatever? They don't actually remaster anything,
No,
do they?
that limited run are literally just hard copy packages.
Old games.
They design
New
and
package.
print out copies of old games. They recently did one
What a
of
business model.
They do well. Like they I was just saying to you guys before, they did the Scott Pilgrim physical copy, which I should be getting soon, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
They also they did one for like Panzer Dragoon, which is it's a cult classic. They take a lot of cult classic games and go, we're creating a physical version for you to have, so you can just have it on your shelf, basically.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's all they are.
I'm excited for Republic Commando though, because that game was amazing.
Yeah, I take the Switch when I travel,
Yeah,
and so I'm pretty keen to just crack out some Republic Commando. I know.
well, that's my thing too. Like, especially because that actually fills a really good niche that I've been wanting filled again for a while. Is when
Gonna be a stormtrooper?
No, never. Jesus, that'd be awful. But no, the just this thing that I had like a little while ago where I was like, okay, where do I get a newer kind of like better looking-y, like old, like Halo feel, linear story driven game. I just wanted a no thinky, listen to the story, play the game kind of game. I don't want a story driven open world, throw your hands in the air, look at the map thing anymore. Like I just really wanted a good, strong single player linear campaign that I could just get into and play through the story of. That's actually how I ended up finding Control, and Control tricked me because it was a Metroidvania. But that was good enough to get me in there though, and keep me in it and had me playing it. So yeah, if Republic Commando is going to come out on the Switch, it means that I get that niche field that I wanted filled a couple months ago, and there's like nothing else that fits that solid bill now.
And you're not far off from getting into your house. So once you do that, you'll also be able to unpack your PC and play all those old games.
Yeah,
that come
well,
out.
that's it.
Thank you.
You could
Josh
go
is
through,
erect. If you heard that slight thud, it was his dick hitting the bottom of the table.
It's just that it's going to open up a whole new world for us when it comes to playing games together. I get that you and Jamie have consoles, but
we play like 3 games.
Yeah.
that's 3 more than we can play with you guys.
Well, technically, one of them is Sea of Thieves.
True.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And while we do enjoy it, we did play it quite a bit, so it's nice to spread our wings to other things.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I
Gonna
like
be
us
burnt
playing
out on
Sea
Sea
of
of
Thieves, but I'm definitely cool to bounce around a bit and not only be playing.
I'm
Sea of
still
Thieves.
playing Red Dead as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I downloaded that. And
Did you guys actually stream any Red Dead?
No.
I was so ready to yell at you in Cowboy while you guys were playing. I was
yell at
just
them in Cowboy?
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Exactly. Yeehaw, diddly dogs. Get them ragamuffins. Ah!
Yeah,
Cowboy?
I am basically back in the world of Red Dead.
That's it. I've done it.
It's
I'll
transported
put
me
you
right there.
straight back there with just my voice alone. But no, I yeah. So, but yeah, Republic Commando. Feel that niche on. Actually, that has made me like remember something I wanted to talk about, and I'm excited about it. I feel like Jamie will be, but after we were talking about how I played through Control and played the expansions for them,
Alan Wake
and
2.
Had the Alan Wake, yeah, Alan Wake 2, Remedy,
spoiled it.
and
Nailed it. No
who are they?
regrets.
Epic. I think it's Remedy and Epic have said, yeah, we're funding that, we're making that happen. So proper Alan Wake 2 announced.
That's great.
Then the good thing about that too is that Remedy being Remedy, and just from playing Control, like obviously they're still in contact, all the people from Alan Wake, because they had the voice actor for Alan Wake in Control, and they had the actual physical actor for Alan Wake in the expansion.
Well, they never really let go of their cast.
Yeah,
Like, even the
yeah.
Max Payne voice actor guy pops up.
Well, he's in all of Control.
Yeah.
What
like
legend?
he's just in. What's his name? Jim McKean.
Mark Wahlberg.
Don't remember.
Something. No, Josh, don't. But yeah, the Max Payne voice guys is like he's constantly through Control, and
Yeah, okay.
but yeah, so there's like legit Alan Wake news. I think I've mentioned before that Alan Wake was the first game that me and Jamie did a playthrough of ever.
Is Alan Wake a murder mystery?
No.
No.
It is a mystery, but it's
It
more
is.
like it's more like a Lovecraftian horror.
Yeah, like a-
weird.
Right, okay.
Otherworldly kind of thing.
Yeah.
For some reason in my mind, Alan Wake is like one of those quick time event storytelling.
Alan Wake's like a video game for a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
What was that game that I remember? The chickens. You were chasing someone.
Oh, you're thinking of Heavy Rain.
Oh, Heavy Rain. Right, okay.
Jeez.
Not at all similar.
No,
Okay.
I love how the one moment in Heavy Rain where like
You were chasing someone.
I was you're chasing a guy and he throws a chicken at you, and I was so surprised that I just screamed out "chicken" at the top of my lungs.
I was looking at my phone and James just yelled out chickens. I'm like, oh.
and that's all you took from Heavy Rain.
That's all you need to take.
Heavy
realistically.
Rain being a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The chicken game, right?
Yeah. But no, I'm excited
Also,
for legit and more Alan Wake.
I would also, Nick, at some point like us to go through Detroit Become Human because it looks spectacularly bad.
That got really good
You
reviews.
just wanna make
That's
me
on my
mad.
wish list
It
on
got,
Steam.
It got really good reviews. Like Life is Strange got really good reviews because people that like to wank themselves off that felt that it was
it's
really
very
important.
wanky.
It's
Okay.
It's one of those games where like
So what's Detroit Become Human?
Well,
Detroit
okay, it's an
Become
allegory
Human.
for slavery, but with robots, and
Yeah.
it's bad.
Right.
But it's fun bad.
I just added it to my wish list because it looked like a good story-driven.
it's
a
like how
story-driven.
we all know that you probably shouldn't keep slaves, right?
Yep.
We probably shouldn't keep slaves. Oh, and there's another part of it where we probably shouldn't beat women, right? You know how we all know those things?
Yep.
This is like that, except instead of knowing that and understanding that, you've got someone screaming it in your ear while you try to buy milk.
David Cage is really like the scales will fall from your eyes when you play this game, and you'll understand that slavery and domestic abuse are bad concepts.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Thank you,
So he's
David.
tried to make it a very politically driven.
Yeah, he tries really hard to make it a very politically driven.
It's not the
everything
worst
he does.
message that
It's
someone
not
could
a
put
bad
out there.
message, and I fully it makes sense. It's
Yeah.
like he's trying to say things that yes, they are bad
But
things.
it's just a bit too in
But
your
it's-
face.
It's not even in your face. It's just so not subtle that you're like,
I was gonna
I'm
say,
not a fucking idiot.
It's got the
Like,
subtlety of a jackhammer.
Yeah.
You know, it treats you like you're an idiot and you've never considered these things before.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. There's something about a David Cage game where the first, I'm going to say, hour of the game are quite interesting. They set up like these
They
interesting.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they set up interesting concepts. They set up intriguing characters. They do a little twist, so you go like, "Ooh, that now I'm I'm engaged."
Yeah.
And then everything falls apart. Everything just falls apart.
right.
The
You know-
story falls apart. The characters fall apart.
Okay.
You're fighting the internet and you're dead.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
You know,
You're so cold, but let's
Wait,
have
so
sex.
it's like the Game of Thrones creators when they ran out of George
Kinda,
R. R. Martin
yeah.
reference
Little bit.
material.
Yeah, it's like a murder mystery, and then halfway through, the director watches The Matrix and says, "We're doing that now."
So what we need to do, I think, if we're gonna play Detroit,
Sorry, hold on.
yeah.
It's really specific.
Oh, no.
That you mentioned fight the internet. Is that just
Yeah.
from the mind of Jamie, or is that
No, that
You
happens.
fight
You
the
fight
internet.
Yeah.
What game?
In Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Oh, I need
Indigo
to play that
Prophecy,
game.
whichever country you're in.
Yeah. You probably have it actually.
I was going to say, you might have it.
But yeah,
If we're going to play Detroit,
yeah,
whatever the fuck its name
Become
is.
Human.
That's it. We need to find that old sheet, that grid of David
oh,
Cage
the David Cage bingo board. Yeah,
Because it's like,
Oh,
it's
that
got
sounds
stuff
right.
to mark off for like that are in every game, like an almost rape scene or like a chase scene with these
my
cars
gosh.
yes,
flying. And,
yes.
Like
I bet those are all in there as well.
and I can guarantee
And I bet it's a robot.
that we're going to nail every bit of
Yeah.
it. And so
Yeah, there's always like
But
a woman who was almost sexually assaulted.
every
Right.
time,
Every time.
every time.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. And I think there was actually 2 in one of them. Wasn't
Yeah,
there?
probably in Beyond Two Souls.
I think,
hey?
yeah, Beyond Two Souls, it was the same chick twice, I think.
Ellen almost gets raped, and then I think she almost gives a guy a blowjob in the alley.
Yeah, and yeah.
I mean that's not really 2 examples of rape.
No, we just
No,
we're
it's
just
like
going
sexual
off like
distress.
Sexual, yeah,
Oh right, okay.
sexual harassment, effectively.
I'd be distressed if I had to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be pumped about it, especially if I was homeless. Like,
Yeah.
And then remember in Heavy Rain where
Oh,
like
no.
the girl character in that one just has like a daydream about people
Yeah,
coming into her
she-
house and murdering her
she
for
has
no reason.
A daydream about getting out. She has a dream about getting out of bed, having a seductive shower.
Yes.
Getting out of the shower, putting on the same pants as she was wearing before she got in the shower.
David is French, by the way.
And then walking out and going, something's weird, and then men bust in
Men
and
in
try to
masks
rape
with
her.
knives just rock up and you have a quick time event and then they stab her to death and then she wakes up.
And then she wakes up, and then,
And
I'm
then-
pretty sure someone breaks into her apartment.
Someone knocks on her door
Or-
and gives her a scare.
No, I thought like there was another point later where her apartment got broken into.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't-
it does-
I'm probably,
maybe it gets
I'm probably
broken-
mixing up my
maybe it gets-
Kage games.
It probably gets broken into by like the main character or something. He like seeks
when he's
refuge
cold
there or
and
some
fucking
shit.
someone,
and,
yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. It's been so
Clearly,
long.
she shouldn't have put the same pants back on. That's
That's
what I'm
the-
getting. Is that was the
They're
problem.
dirty.
Don't
They're
put the same
dirty
pants
pants.
back on. The guys wouldn't have busted in.
Don't take your undies
The
off.
pants police.
These games sound psychotic.
Oh, they are. Like,
Yeah, they
it's-
are.
it's-
Yeah,
well,
but
see,
that's
but
kind of the draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of. But like the part that because see, Detroit.
Become
Detroit-
human, Nick.
It's just called Detroit now.
Okay.
Detroit, like they're the thing that like really throws it out, and like I can give you a very blatant example of this, is where like it's set in a society where there's these androids that look human.
We live in a
Like,
society.
we live in a society
That's
that
Joker.
like they literally exist as like you buy one and it's your maid,
Yeah.
or you buy
Yeah.
and but like they've got like this whatever AI, and it's a whole thing about we've got these slaves, maybe we shouldn't treat them like shit, but they're robots, who knows, blah blah blah. But I know that really early on, because I think I watched it like a Let's Play that the Best Friends did.
Sure.
If anyone remembers them, they aren't doing it anymore. But you play as this as like an android that's like built to be like a person of color, and you go to the shop for the guy that owns you. I'm pretty sure actually made you,
Cool.
and then you literally are not allowed anywhere else and have to get on the back of the bus to get home.
my
Yeah, robots on the back of the
Yeah.
bus. What could this metaphor mean?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know.
Like, that's it. It's like, it's how dumb do you think I am? Like, how fucking shit do you think I am?
Okay. Here's another good one
Oh,
where it's
no.
like, there is at some point, I shit you not, a robot holocaust.
What?
It's bad, guys. The Holocaust.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Black
Yeah,
Jewish
okay, we should
robots?
probably play it.
They don't exist.
Josh would have already bought the game.
Like, see, like, all that dumb stuff we've told you about, but the game starts, and you start off as an android.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go in, and there is a hostage situation. You're working for the
Yeah,
police.
yeah.
You come in, and you use your android brain and stuff, and you figure out what was going on, and why this guy has this kid, and the guy who has a kid is a malfunctioning android. And so the malfunctioning androids seem to be very confused and angry, and they're basically, it's almost like they've got a sentient personality that's kicked in.
Right.
And so you have to talk him down.
Okay.
And so you go around the place, you look for clues, you figure out ways to talk him down, figure out leverage, like, oh, you were best friends with this girl. Why?
Can't just shoot him.
You possibly can. However, that could potentially kill the girl, because where you're at, you're on a building that he's basically literally on the edge with a gun to her head.
Situation diffused, I say.
But what you can do, so you can like shoot him,
Yep.
or you can talk him down,
Yeah.
or there's another one where you can like just go. It's just an option that says sacrifice yourself, and you basically like bum rush the guy, get shot 1,000,000 times in the back, but you save the girl, and then he just gets like murdered.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you shoot the girl?
Yeah,
No,
that's what I was
but-
thinking.
But the thing is about this,
Gets him off the hook.
the character that you were, he can die, and he doesn't come back in the game.
Yeah.
But if he lives, he is a presence within the game.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
much like with Heavy Rain, where like certain characters could die, or certain characters like they would then
Live on or not be in it at all.
they'd not be in it at all, or they come to your aid later on. Like, that's really interesting stuff. But then you got like some wackadoo bullshit where like there's like robot holocaust, and it's just okay, David. Not you.
I know.
I'm sorry, but if we were sitting next to the guy that made those fucking games, this would be a very different conversation. Very different.
We'd just
Yeah.
be hitting him.
Suddenly a Kajak holocaust. But yeah, video games. Everyone loves video games.
They are interesting and sometimes shit.
Yes.
Speaking of shit, you know what game I was looking forward to this year?
What?
Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
All right.
And it's almost development hell at this point.
Right.
Between COVID and a whole bunch of people leaving.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling telling everyone that they're shit or
No,
something.
it was a guy that...
Did he rape somebody?
no, he didn't, which is really rare. It was for some other reason.
Honestly, it's sad that we're at a stage where I'm like, I bet somebody was sexually
Yeah,
assaulted.
I fucking hate that.
It's all right. These guys, it's not like they're
Because you asked that, and I didn't think. Don't tell Jamie that's a stupid question,
Right?
It's a valid ask at this point.
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
No, he was the creative director, like or he had a leading role in the game, and he used to do YouTube videos. And I can't remember
Please tell me
which
they're
Ray
about
William
Harry
Johnson.
Potter lore.
which group he offended, but he offended
Okay.
someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And then he basically got outed, but he quit before. I think Disney or whoever was dealing with the game, the studio, maybe not Disney, it's Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers?
yeah. They had his back, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just threw a big spanner in the works, and then you throw COVID on top of that, and
Yeah, it all goes.
then they a whole bunch of people left because there was no trans person, I don't know what the politically correct term is, representation in the game.
Right.
So now there's the first trans character in there, and a whole bunch of people left the studio over that.
Really?
Yeah.
So, see, the thing is, like, I was expecting, like, the way you were talking about this for it to go the other way, because everything to do with, like, Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling at the moment is kind of tainted because of J.K. Rowling being a maniac about trans people.
Yeah, if she had her way, they wouldn't be in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So maybe
the
it's
whole,
like- maybe
the whole
it's like this-
development was a big old mess.
Maybe it was like these weird JK loyalists, And they're like, how dare you put a trans person in the game? We out.
Yeah. Well, like that's like little same vein, a little bit of a tangent. Someone did some art or something of Hermione, and she was black.
Yeah.
Right. Now
She's also black in the stage show.
Yeah, and I think she ended up just being black in the stage show, and for the most part, depending on where you go and what country you saw it and all that kind of stuff, because actresses.
Yeah.
But there were a bunch of people mad about it. But then J.K. Rowling answered one and was like, "Well, I didn't say she had to be white."
She does specify that Hermione's white in the books,
and
though.
yeah, and but then the problem is that I think someone pointed out that she did specify that, and it's just this weird. I don't know. She should have written the books.
She should have read her books.
Then she should have fucked off.
She also made Dumbledore gay.
Yeah.
Very much after the fact.
Very much.
That's old news, that is.
Because that's one of the other things that she started doing was where she just starts spouting shit on Twitter.
You know what was really weird?
It was so weird
She
to
got
watch.
very much on the look how virtuous I am train.
Yeah.
Until it came to trans
But
people.
yeah, then it turned out she was a
far.
fucking. She turned out to be a fucking turf. It's weird. I don't understand it. And
But you're right. Do your work then. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Have
just
no presence.
have none.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't.
I don't
Never
know.
meet your heroes.
She's because there was a big thing. I'm just reading up on it now.
you've all heard me tell George Lucas to stay the fuck away from everything.
Yeah,
Because I feel I should clarify.
like Disney do that much better.
So there was a bit of uproar when Leighton in development. Well, it's not late anymore. I think development's going to go on a while.
fairly early for the sound of it.
That they will. So they're trying to separate the artist from the artist's opinion.
Artist from the work.
From the artist, yes.
Yeah. And that's going to be a hard line to walk.
Oh yeah, especially because she won't shut the fuck up.
Hogwarts Legacy will include a trans-friendly character creation tool.
Okay.
There will be no binding gender or body type choices. Witches can be assigned masculine voices, wizards feminine voices, and so on.
Sure. So it's just the Saints Row character creator.
Yeah, it's Cyberpunk and Saints Row.
But the problem is she has total creative authority over Harry Potter, the Harry Potter brand.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm surprised that she. No, I'm not surprised that she does.
Oh, I thought she didn't now. I don't
She's
know why.
rich
I
as
thought,
shit.
Yeah, but I thought she'd sold a bunch of shit on and given some of those rights
no, why
up.
would she do that?
She hasn't needed to.
Yeah.
And so there is an ongoing issue between her and what she wants creatively. I don't think she's come out right and just said don't include.
Well, yeah, because she
trans
gets into
people.
trouble every time she fucking does. So she.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she's said it too many times already for anyone to not associate it with that.
I think that if I was a developer, I just kind of put it in there and I wouldn't
Just don't say anything.
I wouldn't say a
Don't say
goddamn
anything.
thing.
Just
and
slide it
because
in.
that she's not going to sit down and go character creator. Let's see those genders.
Yeah. Well, you hope.
Just make
Yeah.
a pre-made character and go now
just
you've started
let
in
her check the
Hogwarts
game out,
and
yeah.
trick her. Just trick her.
Just trick her. Trick the bitch. Yeah. No, yeah. But she is just at the moment, she is that classic example of I don't know, don't further into your creators. Don't meet the people that make the things you love.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll always be disappointed.
Yeah.
Here we go. So
Don't meet us.
And this was the other this was the other hot topic. This is a lot more recent. So it's what's his name? Troy Levitt. He was lead producer. And he clarifies and makes it very obvious that Warner Brothers applied no pressure for him to quit, but a games journalist, did dig up a number of videos from his old YouTube channel that expressed support for Gamergate movement and downplayed high-profile cases of sexual harassment in the gaming industry.
Right.
And I guess once that got dug up, he cancelled himself and
He just
left.
called it. Yeah, he just wasn't. You just figured it wasn't worth fighting it.
yeah.
Honestly, that kind of makes sense at this point, though. I think
It's good that you
The
realised.
fact that
Yeah,
Gamergate is
yeah.
still
Dude, people
hanging
won't let it
over
go.
us.
Really?
It's unreal.
It's been done for years, but people keep bringing it
See,
back.
the problem is Josh said it then, and I had to throw my brain back because I was like, oh fuck, what was that again?
That was 2013, Nick. That's what that was.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I had to remember what it was. So that was
I've
a
made no
weird
secret
clusterfuck
of
of
the
a
fact
year,
that I
wasn't
hate
it?
cancel culture.
Oh yeah,
I think it's
I get it.
ridiculous.
It's
Like, that
going,
makes
but some
sense.
things do need to be cancelled.
Yeah, well,
Certain people need to be
Well,
reined in, shall we say?
Oh yeah, okay,
well, it's a highly situational.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's the thing that like what I feel like saying the cancel culture is not fine for is the fact that like there is things that need to be done about things that happen. Yes, we understand that, but like there's just the nature of the internet and so many people being so ready to scream about everything whenever they can.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin
that you
Hart,
kind of have that thing.
for
where-
instance, was the big first high profile instance of this. It was a 10-year-old tweet where
He was not the first.
yeah, I was going to say he wasn't.
no,
the
I know, but
first.
it's a lot of mainstream people, a lot of people who weren't exposed to it, particularly outside the gaming
a lot of
sphere.
people that hadn't spent a bunch of time on the internet
With like a 10-year-old tweet about
breaking a dollhouse over his
yeah,
sunset.
yeah, because he thought he might be gay or something like that.
But that's the thing though, is that, like, yeah, sure, there's things that like, yeah, sure, like I'm throwing up, but no, yes, there is things that need to be dealt with, and yes, I get that people have gotten away with a lot of things before, but the problem is now that we have too many examples of things that have happened like that. People have gone, oh my God, that's the worst. And then you actually find out more about it and you go, oh, that's not what it was.
You need to actually investigate the story.
Yeah.
Like this is one of those like instances where like everything in a perfect world, everything would be a case by case basis for everyone. But the nature of the internet is that everyone has a voice and too many people are just ready to scream.
The internet's judge, jury, and executioner nowadays.
Yeah, like everyone's just too ready to scream about everything. And because like, let's say Jamie has a YouTube channel that he puts weekly reviews of celebrity news up, and he says that Barry has like put his dick in a pig.
And
Right?
he has. I saw him.
That's it.
Wow.
He'll say that.
Scoop.
He won't
Jamie
cite
does
his
not
sources,
represent the views of NCD.
but he'll decide that Barry has done that.
Yeah.
And then say the three of us have watched it. The point that gets to is like, we've all gone, well, we go to him for our news every week and he said that. And even though he hasn't cited everything, he's been right before, right?
Just trust me.
but
just
there's a
trust
difference between
But the
slander
thing
and
is-
defamation.
No, but the
and
thing is, like, what I'm getting to is that the three of us are what makes it worse, because we'll sit there and we'll go, we believe him because he said it and he was right about something else. And then we start screaming, or two of us start screaming, even if one's kind of saying no.
that's a bigger issue with the news
The
and
other
the
two-
media more than anything.
Yeah, but like,
Who do you trust?
look at how much, let's face it, like, easiest example now, Logan Paul, whatever the fuck his name is. People, so many people listen to him now. There's more
yeah.
people that listen to him than any, like, TV
But
to
if
air
he
radio
feeds
station.
misinformation, whether it's intentionally or not, or whether it's for the purpose of damaging someone or not, it isn't. It shouldn't be to him
No, and that's what I'm
to
saying.
keep his
Like,
audience
it's
in
like-
check and to.
That's not what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is that the audience are what makes it worse, because the audience is usually already ready to go, well, he said this and I'm mad about it.
I know, but
And
the
then they'll
problem
run with
is it's the greater. Once a situation like that, so say his audience blows something out of proportion and they start screaming about it, I don't blame him.
Oh, not at all. It's the nature of people.
I don't even really blame his audience because it's just teenagers having angsty opinions online. The problem is when it gets to mainstream media
Yeah, but that's how it gets
and
to
how it
them.
gets reported on.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. Yeah,
It sucks.
It's a highly volatile
absolutely
thing.
shit. And like I said, that to me is how it gets to them, is there's the community around a lot of these things that just are so ready to
That's
just
why I brought up the Riot
spread it
story
out.
a couple of weeks ago, where Riot actually backed the CEO who was accused of, like, again, sexual assault and harassment,
And he was actually cleared.
and he was exonerated and things like that. That is how these things should play out.
Yeah, that's how it
Not in
should
the public
be
court of
handled.
opinion,
No.
but
There
In
needs
an
to be a
actual-
proper process somewhere.
yeah.
absolutely. But
Like I said,
but again, Alienware at the first sniff of trouble dropped LCS, dropped Riot altogether, like millions of dollars a year in lost advertising and partnership over an accusation.
And that to me though was one of those weird things where like that's like they did that on like that was a bet. Because that was like, how many times have we seen this stuff go to shit before? So often. Like constantly.
But if Riot put the same amount of resources into investigating the smaller claims, because this happened to be their CEO.
Yeah.
If it was John Doe who sat at a desk and
No, he'd be done.
they, and that is where because at that point, you immediately assume he was guilty. Right, got rid of him. They didn't back him. They didn't want to investigate it.
Yeah.
They got rid of him.
Yeah.
They need to apply the same investigative process
Yeah.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just feeding the problem by making it look like someone's guilty.
Everything where possible should be a case by case about everything all the time. But
Also the depth, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I
Whether
get it.
you're the
That's what I'm
CEO
saying.
or
Like,
you're the
because-
janitor.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
You should have the right to a fair
Yeah.
Yeah.
trial or process.
Whereas I can guarantee, if one of those guys didn't do what they were accused of doing, but they were fired anyway, good luck getting work again.
Which from what I've heard has happened. So
Yeah.
it's just a couple times. So it's just, yeah.
The problem is it was so rife in the past of bad things happening.
Yeah, that's
We-
it.
we-
That's,
Oh,
yeah.
right was a
we
boys'
need to,
club.
we need
for
to
sure.
correct.
Yeah,
And the problem is when
yeah.
we do correct, we usually overcorrect.
Yeah,
but we
there's
need to do
still-
that for a
Yeah.
while to get it back to where
Yeah.
it should be. It's
Yeah.
just,
It's very, very tricky because we've got that instance of like, if someone comes forward, they should have
all the support.
they should be supported and people should be able to listen to them, but they should also be able to listen and go like, okay, we're going to investigate this and make sure we're going to verify everything, and that's when things get murky. And do you think in the Harry Potter game you can do potion class like it's a Book and Mama kind of game?
I hope so. Actually, to be
really-
honest, I really do kind of want it to be that kind of thing. Like the Harry Potter game itself, I was immediately just like, that's got to have some like
gotta
weird
have-
shit.
Like,
Some
I'm
in-depth
so
stuff.
pumped for it.
Yeah, like it's got to be like you've got to assume the classes are like mini games
they have to
for sure, and then like outside of that, it's basically bully.
Yeah,
but
bully,
magic.
bully with a broom.
You do get grades.
Yeah, oh,
Nice.
I'm
You
gonna
do
be
get
shit.
grades, and it affects your overall character progression.
Dude, I wish they had made Bully 2 at some point.
Same.
I remember you playing that on the Wii.
It's
so
good.
good.
Oh, man, that's
So good.
It's a Rockstar game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Never
so,
played
so
it.
good. It's great. Like pretty much like every game from Rockstar that isn't a Grand Theft Auto game, I've just like vowed and gone all the way through.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I will admit they usually grab me more than the GTA games
Yeah.
themselves. So.
Yeah.
Like just the fact that you're running around like giving people wedgies, throwing rotting eggs at people, and
Yeah.
just skateboarding about as like prefects chase you down, fighting with homeless people. I don't know. There's just something, and there's something really charming about the
Is
main
there?
character.
Yeah.
You're a bully.
No,
And you're
you're
charming?
not a bully.
No, you're not a bully.
You
Like,
go
this
to
is-
Bullworth Academy, which is
Yeah.
full of bullies.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
the
It's
anti-bully.
like
You're
that
Jimmy
scenario
Hopkins.
where, like, if everything's OP, then nothing's OP.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that game
There's-
way too much.
there's
But
like-
I think the thing is too that game had such a climactic ending and story.
No, for me it didn't. The game fucking bugged
Oh,
out.
that's right, yours
at,
died.
at the very end of the game, right? You're basically like chasing like the antagonist like
Yeah.
along a rooftop, and there's like there's all these obstacles and shit's falling out. It bugged for me.
Classic
I
schoolyard
didn't-
fight on the
and I
roof.
didn't have to worry about it. I just
Yeah.
walked across the roof. Nothing happened. I just casually approached and then cutscene to the end.
Oh,
I was like, I did it.
I couldn't believe when you told me that happened. I was like, that was such a bitch! You bastard! How'd you do that?
I did it in one, my
You
friend.
motherfucker!
I'm the true Jimmy Hopkins.
Oh, jeez. I love that game so much.
but as much as to wrap up our early conversation, as much as I adore the internet and will defend it and
Oh, I know. Internet sucks.
No, see, I think the internet is the future, and it's a great tool.
Yeah,
and
it's a dark dystopian future.
Yeah.
I think we need to fight it. We definitely need to fight it.
I think it's being misused. It's being abused.
Yeah.
Any form of communication gets
Yeah.
misused at some point.
Particularly if it's a form of communication where you can appear as anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like we have no idea who is saying anything. To the point where all these people are complaining about something, but who are they? Are they just like 13-year-olds who have just like jumped on a bandwagon?
I spent a couple months on Gaia Online, that forum, and get
Did
the
you?
avatar, as a guy named Dork Turds.
Yeah.
And I just went there to make fun of people. And this is the first time anyone else has found out about that.
You bully.
And that was like, what, 16 years ago?
Oh, good. I thought you were saying it was recent.
Oh, no, jeez, wow. I'm not going to go and make fun of 12-year-olds on Gaia Online.
If you guys lived in the internet,
oh,
right,
We
and
did.
you're and you're home,
fucking did.
No.
wiping the shit off
If
every other
you
minute.
think like Tron levels, like you get transported into the internet. Where would you live? What would your homepage be? The allergy, what's the word I'm looking for? Like your homepage is your home. in the
I
internet.
feel
Like, you live
it'd,
there.
It'd have to be neoncitydaily.com, wouldn't it, Josh?
Don't suck ass.
Probably be www.fancyadventures.com.
Oh,
for me.
seriously?
Don't forget www.thenerdtrain.com.
masterit.tech.
Yeah, you go for that one. Yeah.
You guys suck.
I tell you what, I would be on
if-
bluesnews.com just absorbing all the latest video game news.
Blues News.
Blues News.
Oh, there you go.
I mean,
Yeah.
Space Jam's still up there. That website's still there. So,
That was
And there's even a new
time.
Space Jam movie coming.
Yeah, people got really mad because Lola Bunny isn't as hot as she used to be.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember, like, the only reason I even know that is because it was like a side by
on Twitter.
side of the old Lola Bunny and like the new design for Lola Bunny, and it just had splashed across it, never forget what they've taken from you. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's a 3 foot tall rabbit.
It's a hot 3 foot tall
Calm
rabbit.
down, please.
Jessica Rabbit's where it's at.
She's
She's
way
not a
better.
rabbit.
That's why it's better.
Do you know, for what it's worth, I would have picked Reddit.
That's
I kind
awful.
of assumed that you would have.
That's a terrible, terrible idea.
Well, no, because there's so many different bedrooms. You can go to whatever subreddit you
Could
want.
be the problem.
Like, just don't go to Space Clop.
See, I was annoyed that Space Jam was 3D animated instead of 2D animated.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed Michael
See,
Jordan's not in it.
He's dead.
Michael Jordan is dead?
No, I know.
Abraham Lincoln. There you go.
I was about to Google it. I was like, what?
I physically recoiled and my brain had to go, is he?
The last dance.
Oh, jeez.
Kobe Bryant's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
He helicoptered it.
Yeah.
He did it in the specky way.
Yeah.
Took his daughter with him, too.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I mean, we
that's-
say took with him wasn't his choice to.
No, I mean,
there was-
yeah. It's,
Well, they flew against advice
I don't know.
because it was foggy.
I don't know. I
Literally
have
did
no
not know
idea.
anything about it.
Oh, he died in a helicopter crash
Oh, I know
because
that
it was
much.
foggy.
I know that it was a helicopter crash.
Oh, jeez. Shit. Yeah, Lola Bunny, furries.
I don't know why that reminded me of a joke.
Oh, no.
No,
Because you're a bad person.
you spent too much time on Reddit.
Thanks. What was the last thing to go through Princess Diana's mind?
The windshield.
Yeah. Like,
You've told me that one a
classic.
million times.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you can do the slightly more tame version of that. Is what's the last thing that goes through a bug's mind when he hits a windshield? It's
Nah.
his
The
ass.
windshield.
His ass.
Yeah. Yeah. He's inside out. Yeah. No,
For some reason, I know a lot of dead baby jokes. And I don't
For
know
some
why.
reason, my ass. You looked them up.
I remember a phase at high school when they were very popular.
Yeah.
yeah. Because it was like, because you thought you were edgy. And
'Cause,
like,
oh,
you-
yeah.
It's like, oh, what's the difference between a Ferrari and a pile of dead babies?
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
have a Ferrari in my garage.
Yeah, just stuff
Just the
like
fact
that.
that both of you went, yeah, at the same time with the same understanding.
It was like,
See, it's cross generational. essentially, is
like
what we're saying.
it's you get
Obviously,
to that
there's
point,
nothing funnier than dead babies,
You
Jamie.
get to that point
Get
in
on
high
board.
school
Apparently
where
so.
you think that's edgy as fuck because you're like, well, I don't understand anything else that's more brutal than that. So, and then you realize that crushing things just appear in life, like taxes and debt, and you're just like, oh, that was probably the better time for jokes.
When you're running to
If I
people,
really want to scare people, I'll just tell them about this in future.
and you run into people who have there's like a dead baby and it's
Nice.
It's a bit. It's actually sad.
It's not.
Yeah,
fine.
know your audience.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
you've got to read.
You wouldn't
the
go to a
room.
funeral of a dead baby and go,
Man, thank God no one listens to our conversations.
But yeah, it's just that dumb high school shit thing.
Yep.
It's like how would like you get on there and that's when, you know, we all used there's a point in our high school lives where we went on forums and thought we were
And
cool.
meat spin.
And yeah.
Those are
Goatsy.
two very different things.
Goatsy and Lemon Party. Like they only exist because
Yeah,
of 15-year-olds
Goatsy
that
was
think
so
they're
good.
cool on the
I
internet.
remember you tried to link me to Lemon Party so much.
For years.
Yeah.
Years and years. You would always send me like just like really like shorthand.
Tiny URL
Yeah,
stuff.
tiny
oh,
URLs.
right. Yeah.
I remember
Never
getting hit
got
by
me.
that because you didn't warn me, James. I'm just sitting there. We're in a group chat. This thing. I'm just like, tiny URL. What the fuck's he trying?
I've always wondered why is it called a lemon party?
I don't know. To be honest, I had no idea.
I'll teach you grandma suck lemons.
It's all grandpas.
I was going to say, I'm
That's
blissfully
what-
unaware at this
Well, that's
point.
what they
I'll be
got to
honest.
do while the grandpas are off. Something to do.
Oh, we brought it back to porn.
We always
I
bring it
feel
back.
like I'm
We
less
always
unaware
bring it
than I
back
was
to
now.
Oh, Dave. I'll show you later.
No, it's okay.
I don't even think Goatee's out there
I
anymore.
don't think it is.
I reckon
now.
all those
I
guys
think
are dead,
it's
hey?
Because I got an email account.
Yeah, you've got an email account
Yeah.
for goatsy.com, though.
Yeah, someone bought, no, goatee.cx.
.cx, yeah.
Someone bought the domain name and made it a mail host. So, yeah, I've just got a bit of history. I own a bit of history.
Oh, mail.
I have an
get
email
mail.
Sending
address.
emails as opposed
Yeah.
to... Yeah.
You own a
mail escort.
Gaping
Yeah.
part of history.
Into the
See,
pit
I
of
say
history
goatee
we
all the
go.
time, but I never associate it in my mind with what it is. Like meat spin is a lot more accurate, so
Yeah, it's a
you
lot more
can't
fun.
But you got
help.
to say meat spin is a lot more palatable to my taste.
You know what meat spin is, Dave?
No,
Oh,
I don't.
wow.
Can you take a guess?
Probably.
How
So-
was the time?
Oh, I don't know.
Video games, good times.
Wow.
Oh,
now.
we still got some to go. So you had a thing of Gotham Knights up there, Josh. Was that for a reason?
Oh, that was just a list of games that have been cancelled. Oh, sorry, delayed.
Oh,
in
jeez. I was like, cancelled.
delayed in 2021.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean,
That's just
see,
COVID, though.
The thing is, the only
What
one that
extremes
I'm really looking forward to that as we scroll down, I saw there was the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Because
Didn't the first one of those come out like decades ago?
ages
It was the
ago, and
first Source
it was
2 game.
super busted, but it got a bunch of fan patches, and the fan patches actually eventually got integrated into the Steam release of it because
I'm gonna call it now. Vampire
Yeah.
the Masquerade 2 would have been good. Now it will be bad.
yeah, no, I'm there with you. on
They
that
had like the original writer for the first Vampire game. They brought
Yeah.
him on. They brought on a bunch of original people, and it was very promising. And then he got dismissed unceremoniously
Yeah.
for some reason.
I can't remember
They
why. I
haven't.
don't actually know why.
Never gave an official reason. He just
Yeah.
left, and then they brought someone else on
Yeah.
who has done very underwhelming
Yeah, I was
story
gonna say,
games
from what
to,
I can
to,
hear,
to
like-
rewrites. So,
Yeah.
it's gonna be shit.
Yeah, and that was the thing with like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Like it's built off like that was a tabletop game, and that was a really fucking good tabletop game.
The important thing
So,
about Bloodlines
you know.
is that it has stellar writing and it
Yeah.
holds up. And
Characters feel like characters.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like you can go into it, and it doesn't look impressive, but the fact that everything else in there is so good and so full of substance, that doesn't really
It's
matter.
hung on a beautiful story.
Let's
Yeah,
go through this
yeah.
list and see. I want to know if you guys care or not.
no,
Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker
already
saga.
answered.
Nah.
Gran Turismo 7.
Vaguely, but not really.
Can you get that on PC, Dave?
No.
No.
But I'm probably not going to buy a PS5 for it. So.
Yeah,
Oh, why not? Because they're so readily available.
Unless I get one free with a television when I upgrade it eventually.
true. Yeah, that's fair.
Riders Republic.
Negative.
Don't even know what that is.
Answer that for everybody.
What? No. What is that? Lord of the Rings Gollum?
Very excited
what do
to
you
be
do?
Gollum.
Fucking scratch your ass and
Lord of the
sneeze?
Rings
And fucking
cash
eat
grab.
a
Very,
fish?
very, very pumped to slink around
What
and
the
be like,
fuck do you do? You wouldn't do
Sit in a
anything.
dark,
What if it's
dank
like a new-
cave going, mine.
You're literally just a little fucking mad goblin hobbit piece of shit.
it's the Lord of the Rings Metal Gear Solid.
Where's my box? I just.
There's a teaser trailer.
Oh, jeez.
Well, let's watch it later. No point watching it now.
All right, we can include it.
Oh, no.
Check it out now.
Daedalic Entertainment. Who are they?
This is bad for a podcast.
No, I embedded in there. It's okay. Or I'll skip this bit out.
Yes.
We did it with the Mortal Kombat stuff.
Also, I don't hear sound. Do you hear sound?
Yeah.
Just you listen to nothing.
There's some sound.
It's going to be nothing. It's not even going to be gameplay. It's just going to be Gollum sitting on a rock, fucking wanking his dick.
See, that's it, though. Like,
That's
what
his
the
actual
fuck
precious, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
precious.
He's got
Until
a
he treats it like
different
Frodo's finger.
ring. Yeah.
He doesn't even blink at the same time.
Doesn't even look like Gollum.
So that actually looks kind of
Like
bad.
just a child.
The dancing baby has gone rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie called it.
Fucking
That
see,
was a waste of whatever how long that was.
So it
Yeah.
actually looked kind of bad.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
in
actually.
general.
I'd like to know how it plays. Third, first,
What the fuck is it?
top down. What is it?
Dunno.
I'm going to look into that
It's going to be a
because,
fucking ARPG. You're going to be maxing your stats on stuff.
yeah.
Oh, Returnal. That's not a word.
No,
What does it do?
no idea.
This
PS5 exclusive roguelite. Not going to play it anyway.
Not going to play it then.
I was excited when I first saw this a few weeks ago. I learned about this game, but then PS5 exclusive and roguelite, so I was suddenly less.
I will admit they're two things.
But the delay will let it get Polish.
Oh, Kena Bridge of Spirits. This actually doesn't look bad. I actually think it'd be like a fun, like interesting little adventure.
PlayStation
So,
exclusive.
yeah. No, is it?
Apparently.
It's got a firm August 24 date for PS4 and PS5
See, I thought it
versions.
was coming out for PC. So,
Oh, it may be because it just says for the PS5 and PS4 versions.
but yeah, Kena Bridge of Spirits looks like an interesting coming of agey spiritually version-y adventure
Okay,
thing. It
okay.
looks fun. It looks fun.
I've already played Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Yeah, and it looked
it
exactly
looked
like
better.
that. Oh, yeah, it did. It really did. The old PS2 version did look better than whatever.
Yeah.
the fuck
People want
that
our
is.
opinion on that. Go back to whatever episode
Try
it was.
again, Ubisoft.
Oh, please.
It was really like, why do you delay this game? You're not doing any work on it.
They're not working
Maybe-
on it.
yeah.
That's
No,
why
I
they're
was gonna
delaying it.
say, yeah, like they're not working on it, so why would they bother?
Hogwarts Legacy, as I mentioned, that has been delayed. Now, there's been
Yeah.
pushed back to 2022, which hurts.
Yeah, okay. Like that's actually a fairly big. Oh, it literally did. Like the delay literally did come around controversy about J.K. Rowling, and I'm like,
Who's not
it's
directly
being
involved
made
with the
by
pro-
Avalanche.
Yeah.
That's
Because they did.
I like
Yeah,
Avalanche.
Just Cause, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, Just
Avalanche
Cause,
is pretty
Max-
cool.
Mad Max.
I
Yeah.
played the shit out of Disney Infinity,
they
and Mad
did-
Max is so good. That
did-
is such an underrated game.
They did
Everyone
Fury
slept on
2
that.
as well.
Yeah,
Gotham Knights.
Nights. Yeah, they got pushed. That
Okay, so like the character designs look like shit, but I feel
Yeah.
like the gameplay will be fun.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be
Possibly,
fun because-
because it's it's not going to be the traditional
Is it a
Gotham
fighter?
combat anymore.
No, I think it's
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's some multiplayer.
Spin off of the Batman series.
Hitman,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like a co-op spin-off for the
Yeah, it's a spin-off from the Arkham games, but it sounds
Oh, there
like
we go. Sorry, co-op action.
Yeah.
but it's not going to be using the same type of combat system as the Arkham games, which I feel is a detriment, but we'll see.
It's the only one DC game Warner Brothers has cooking with a Suicide Squad. Now, okay, riddle me this.
Yep.
This completely caught me off guard. There's a new Suicide Squad movie.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
You know what fucking sucks?
The first one.
Yeah. But that Suicide Squad movie's getting a whole bunch of attention.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people got like free cast. It's a whole new everyone, right? One of the characters that I fucking hated the most
Harley Quinn.
was Harley Quinn, and that is still the same actress.
Yep.
People
with the
keep-
exact same character.
Yeah, Margot Robbie. They blow
And-
sunshine up her ass for that role for some reason. I don't like her in it.
I don't really like her as it.
Yeah.
She's not a good actress.
Dude, they posted cringe. Every time I see Harley Quinn, I cringe.
But like the thing is, I watched the trailer for the new Suicide Squad movie coming. Like that looks kind of fun, which is what the first one was missing.
It looks so
any-
much better than the first one.
any status of fun. Like it had no fun.
Yeah.
But now,
I also worry that
yep,
they're going to be having, dare I fucking say this, too much fun.
they're going to blow their load.
They're gonna go Marvel on it?
I think.
What is
that-
James Gunn?
Yeah.
directing it.
I
so.
think what they're doing is they are not ending their jokes when they should. At least in the trailer,
Yeah.
a lot of the jokes went for a bit longer than they really could have.
Actually, yeah, perfect example was the John Cena character. I can't remember his name.
He's got like half a toilet seat on his head.
Yeah, he's talking to like I can't remember who the character is.
King Shark.
I can't even remember. No, I wish it was King Shark because he actually looks amazing.
Idris Elba.
No, he wasn't talking to Idris Elba. He was talking to some chick, and then she was talking to the guy that throws sparkles. I can't remember their names.
What a superpower.
Doesn't matter. It's Suicide Squad.
Throw sparkles. But like the guy who throws sparkles, his whole deal is like that his character's just like really morbid. Like they say, oh, we're all going to die. And he just turns and kind of goes, I hope so. And so his character's meant to be stuff like that. But John Cena's character goes, I love peace. I'd kill every man, woman, and child I can find just to get peace. And the chick looks at the guy and goes, I thought you were supposed to be the crazy one. And I'm like, that's it. That's the joke right there. But then they cut to him and he goes, I am. And I'm like, oh, you fucked it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like
So it just-
valid criticism, but it looked umpteen
it looks
times
way better than the first one. Yeah,
the first
Well,
one.
it'll be better than the initial Suicide Squad. Don't get me wrong.
Get Will Smith out of there.
He's gone. Well, he's been recast as Idris Elba, hasn't he?
No, I think.
Oh no, that's.
I think Idris is an entirely different character.
Yeah. I didn't even see Deadshot in it.
No, he's not. I don't think
I hope not.
because that'd be Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, it looked good. So Gotham Knights. I mean, if it's anything like the
Gotham
Arkham series, is what I'm picturing.
Like, well, I
It'd
don't
be
know
nice.
anymore.
Well, I'd like it if it was like
Because
that.
they've already
were
come
fun,
out and
but-
said that the combat won't be the same as the Arkham series, which
Oh,
is
okay.
kind of
Yeah.
what the Arkham series revolved around.
Well, that was where I found a lot of fun of it, was because I was just like, oh, okay, how do I approach this and do combats?
Yeah.
Like, I'll stealth through it, but then I'll do combat.
Directed
Yeah.
by Patrick Redding, who previously worked on Splinter Cell and Far Cry. So this is Ubisoft, or is he just not?
No,
working
he's
for them
just
anymore?
moved from.
No,
Oh,
he's
okay.
just gone.
It's
just over
Warner Brothers Studios or something like that. It's the guys who did not. What was that one Arkham game that wasn't done by Rocksteady?
Origins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arkham Knight Origins.
Yeah. The one where you.
Arrived as
God damn it.
Sorry. It's all right.
What else is delayed, Josh?
What else is delayed, Josh? Vampire, The Masquerade,
Talk about that.
Bloodlines 2, Dying Light 2.
Okay.
Do you think people slept on Dying Light?
No.
No, I feel like it got a lot of
It
love.
was underrated.
Dying Light actually did very, very well, especially in Germany.
I just feel like it's Dying Light 2 has been like rumored and talked about and whatever for like so long now that I forgot it was even coming.
Germany don't like dead bodies in video games.
No, that's why it's surprising.
Yeah, right.
But they like zombie games. Well, Germany's censorship board don't like dead bodies in games.
Yeah. I'd play Dying Light 2, though.
Yeah,
me
no,
too.
Dying Light 2 was fun. It was a fun co-op game as well. Guilty Gear Strive being the next ones.
2D fighting game from
Yeah.
Arc System Works. Guilty Gear Strive was delayed about 2 months.
Game looks like it's going to be fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
so
and
I'm
they-
excited for that.
Does it say it there? Yeah, they literally only did it to polish it before launch. Like
Yeah.
that's all they were doing in service.
That's an honest and good reason
Yeah.
to delay a game.
yeah, especially if it's just like, just give us 2 months, guys.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I like the look of this as
Looks like a game I would play.
yeah,
Humankind.
Humankind 4X strategy game. You get to rewrite human history as you see fit.
I don't know why, but this gives me this screenshot gives me Goddess vibes. Remember that game that Peter Molyneux came out and said, like, I'm making a new God game. It's called Goddess. It's going to be great. Then it was shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This gives me Pharaoh vibes. Do you guys ever play Pharaoh by Sierra
I
Games?
know of Pharaoh.
Yeah.
I never played it.
Because there's a new Pharaoh. Actually, this
What's
is
his
really
name?
weird. Ramsey Jiz.
There's some very good yes and.
I'm like Ramses is taken. A lot of RTS games, because I love RTS games, they've been announced, but I've just seen nothing of them.
Yeah,
Like Age of Empires 4.
I actually noticed that too. So yeah.
Even hell, there was like a little indie studio doing another Total Annihilation. There was another one that I was excited for. Yeah, I don't know. I guess a lot harder to market, perhaps. Bit harder to make
Maybe
look exciting.
I feel like because they're kind of like primarily just like realistically you want to play them on a PC.
they're a thinking man
So-
game as well, which rules out everyone that plays COD and all those kind of big
Are you
markets.
trying to get traffic with like outrage, Josh? What are you doing?
I speak the
You
truth.
fucking think, Nick, that is the comment that's going to get us outraged. You have not been paying attention for this entire podcast.
Hey, I just thought this might have been the time when he was trying.
Like these
he's trying.
games, I've never actively tried to offend anybody.
Not yet.
It just comes natural.
But yeah.
I invite anyone
Okay.
to send feedback if they've been offended by anything I've ever said. Send feedback.
And leave me alone. I'm not interested.
Josh only.
But yeah, no, I feel like that's one of the things with strategy games that you want to primarily market them to a PC fan base. So it is one of those things where it is only on that platform more than often.
Back for Blood,
Back for Blood, what is that?
a cooperative horror shooter, so no one cares.
Actually,
Rock, though.
it's kind of like Left 4 Dead. From the
Spiritual
look of it,
successor,
so-
in fact.
Yeah.
Turtle
So-
Rock.
It was an alpha test, apparently.
Yeah, all right.
I
Cool.
don't know, it could be fun. Like if it's just going to be another four-player like run and smash, then yeah, cool.
Outriders.
Never heard of it.
No, certainly haven't eaten that again.
Well, it's out. Yeah.
I reckon it's going to have some server issues, guys.
No, don't be silly.
The demo
Mystic
worked so
Nick.
well. What could possibly go wrong?
Pragmata.
Pragmatic. You got to be pragmatic in this
What
one.
is that?
This I really like the look of. Very story-driven single player.
Right. Death Stranding vibes from look at that.
Yeah,
from what it
but
says
not as
there.
boring.
Well, see, I don't know. I still haven't played Death Stranding, so.
Yeah, but you don't have to look at the walking simulator with a weird backpack.
The point of this to me right now, like if you look at that screenshot, sure, guy in a spacesuit,
About to snap a little girl's neck.
sure, but there's this fucking cat that is brighter than anything
Does that
else.
not look pasted in there,
looks
actually?
like someone has, after the fact, gone, wait, we need a cat.
Maybe it's a magic cat.
It could be like I
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
called Pragmata.
I'm such a magic cat that subsurface scattering does not apply to me.
Oh, New World, the Amazon game that will never come out.
Oh.
Oh, that's that one. Yeah, I
There you
can
go. Yeah, it's
move.
been delayed more times than we can count. Seemingly
Yeah,
one of only Amazon games that hasn't been cancelled.
We could move past.
It's an MMO. I think the ship has sailed, Amazon. Unless they get their employees to play it. Make it mandatory.
After they weed in the bottle,
Yes.
time to play the game.
Don't give them ideas.
They've got all their
We have the
employees
best
poop socking
numbers.
it.
And Destiny 2, apparently, the Witch Queen. Don't know. I've gone off Destiny.
Yeah, same. To be honest, I got really over it after the not the last expansion for Destiny 2, but the one before.
Have they vaulted it, or what are they calling it? Have they packed everything away now that they were going to get rid of?
They're never going to do that because then they have to finish the game.
No, but weren't they talking about, there's too much
Yeah,
to
yeah, they did put
develop
stuff in
for?
the vault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, they took stuff away that
This
we
is,
still had, yeah. They took shit off me that I thought I wanted to keep. Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
So this is, wow, this
we
was planned
know
for-
what you want.
Yeah.
This was, I'm assuming they're saying it was planned to launch this November 2021.
Yeah.
It's delayed to 20. The scope and complexity of the expansion and its narrative.
I'll get fucked.
But wasn't there a big resource issue once they broke away from Activision?
And
That's why they have put a whole bunch of stuff in the vault and said we don't want to.
Went and put a bunch of stuff in the vault, and why they tell you have to pay them money for more shit now.
Yeah,
like more
like,
regularly. It's
they're
just
basically gone like there's a lot of content that you have free reign to, and we've noticed that you're not really buying our expansions that we put out every fucking month.
Yeah.
So what if
Yeah,
we
for
take
$90.
If we take
Yeah.
away the stuff that you could already play, and now you have to buy stuff so you have things to do. That's our game plan.
yeah, and so I just like as soon as that stuff started coming up, I just went, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm done.
Honestly, I bought the season pass.
Yeah.
I think Jamie and we went through it at one point.
Yeah, we did.
I got it for the first few expansions.
Yeah, but we bought it late in the season and tore through it to get to the level 50 or whatever
yeah,
it was.
we really burnt out.
Yeah, and ever since I've not really
Okay.
had the that like I'll go back for the multiplayer and then realize how unbalanced that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the PvP.
yeah.
Yeah, the PvP. Well, see, that's the thing. Like you said, season pass. My brain immediately went, yeah, season pass for the big expansion. So, like, when I got Destiny 2, because
Yeah.
I really played the Shadow Destiny one.
Now we're talking about like the battle pass or whatever the hell.
Yeah, yeah. And so I actually
Seasonal.
pre-ordered the edition of Destiny 2 that came with the pass to get the first two big expansions and all that kind of stuff. And I actually I was really
Which in
into
hindsight would
Destiny
be good
2.
value for money given
It
how much
was.
they cost.
Yeah, no, it really was initially. And that was all well and good, but I got to the point where it was like after that and then like when the Black Armory came in.
Yeah.
Was around about the time that they started just futzing with shit.
Yeah.
And like making it kind of like so you could get some things now and then if you gave them $10. And it was like, no, I'm good. I'm out.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Yeah.
I'm done. Bye.
Yeah, that I think the handling of the game is not great.
I get that they don't have a massive publisher behind them now. I get that. That's understandable that you're going to have some kind of fall away from that. But don't fuck with me because of it, you know? Like, at least let me have what you've already given me.
because I love the lore. I love the setting.
I do too. Yeah.
I even
That
love
was-
the mechanics, the
That was
shooting.
what kept a lot of me in it.
Yeah.
Was like just the information for it.
Look,
the world.
the thing that they've done with this game is they've gone like, we have finally admitted that this is an MMO.
Yeah.
And as it is an MMO, we need
Yeah.
to have a constant stream of revenue for upkeep. And we've decided instead of doing like what every other free-to-play MMO does and having a whole bunch of cosmetic shit and just like cool things that you can buy, Like just outright, like pay $5 or whatever and get like a pet or a skin for your armor or this or that. Like just little things to support us. We want to simulate having a subscription service by making you pay $40 every 3 months or whatever as we do a new expansion. Just have a fucking subscription service or just have it so that people can buy stuff to support you. Don't do this whole like weird, oh guys, we're doing another big expansion. It's fucking 3 hours of content.
Yeah.
It's just not cool.
For $80.
Yeah.
That's always been my issue.
It's
Fuck, that made
overpriced.
me so mad.
And like it's overpriced and it is not great. So
Well, that-
you never feel like you're getting value for money. And why would I go back to that?
Well, that was the like one of the real kickers for me that started me on my downturn of being over it was because like the go talk to computer brain, I've forgotten what it's called, thing, like the go see the AI.
Yeah.
Oh,
That,
Rasputin.
yeah, go see Rasputin. Like that expansion that focused around like getting to him and doing stuff there, you know. I literally jumped on, joined up with my fucking team to do it, blasted through it in one night, and then I was like,
Yeah.
Like, I
Would you
just-
pay $80 to see a movie
no.
that goes for about the same amount of time?
No.
I don't know. Is it Debbie Does Dallas, the extended director's cut?
You're just talking about the Snyder Cut. Would you pay $80 for the Snyder Cut?
Ugh.
No.
No.
I haven't watched it. I tried. Like people are saying, oh, I'm glued to the TV. It's like it doesn't feel like 4 hours. It feels like 2. It feels
How's it
it's
feel?
so good. You can't. And I've like, oh, I have tried to watch these 3 times. I've fallen asleep every single attempt.
Oh, welcome to my world.
I was even away for work in a hotel, bored out of my mind.
yeah, shit.
Tried to watch it. Absolutely no distractions. You know, decent headphones, good laptop size screen, comfy bed.
That was your downfall, comfy bed.
Yeah.
Should have been a terrible mattress.
yeah.
Like
Should've
I've tried to
just
sit
on
at my
the floor.
computer desk and watch it. I just can't
Dude, imagine watching this 4x3 thing on that fucking ultra wide.
Ultra wide, yeah.
I do always
like
have
3
something
copies of
going
one.
on the other side.
You have actual interesting things on there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like, yeah.
That's where Debbie Does Dallas goes. Like,
And now
Snyder
people are-
Cut's there. Debbie Does Dallas is there.
And now people
There's some
are
wiggles on the other side.
screaming out for the David Ayer cut
No.
of Suicide Squad.
We don't need anyone's cut of anything. This is bullshit. You can't save a shit movie and
Yeah.
pretend that it's better just because someone fucked around with it some
That would be
more.
like polishing a turd.
Yeah, just stop. Fuck.
I can't believe I saw Suicide Squad.
Yeah. We went
Because-
to the cinema to see that, didn't we?
I was in fucking Vancouver at the
thought-
time.
We went.
I went with some
Yeah,
people.
I went. The people I was living with were like, "Oh, we're going to go to the movies. We'll go see Suicide Squad." I'm like, "Oh, it's going to be shit, but okay." And God, it was bad. It fucking sucked, man.
I hate it when I'm right.
What a waste of money. I didn't complain to them or anything. It was just like
Yeah.
in my head. I'm like, they're going, we're going to do a thing. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, yeah, cool.
I-
But it was bad.
I walked out of the cinema.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember what movie it was, but I had a very similar experience with some other people. We went to see a movie. We walked out. There was massive crowds waiting to come in, and I was complaining the whole fucking time while we walked out. Like, that was just fucking shit, though. Like, why did we go and do
I remember us walking out of The Last Jedi. Is that the second one of the new trilogy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not even complaining, just the group, because we went as a group, and just walking out silent and confused because you don't know if you didn't like it
I-
immediately. You don't have an
Yeah,
immediate.
you've
I
got to
remember us-
settle on it.
In your car, heading home, and you kind of turn to me and you're like, I don't think that was very good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it wasn't.
I couldn't make up my. It was just walking out and feeling so conflicted.
It was one of
Yeah.
those things where I'm like, I've kind of gone like, okay, that wasn't very good. I won't tell Josh.
Spoiler alert: what you have just watched
Yeah.
was rubbish.
I'll wait for him to come to the conclusion on his own.
I'll just confirm it.
Yeah.
that
That was a weird burn, though.
have you guys ever walked out on a movie, like a cinema movie?
Nah.
No, I don't think so.
I have.
No.
Jess and I, as one of our
Matt
first dates, we went to the movies
Oh, no.
to see a movie. It was we wanted to see a comedy, keep it light. It was called Sex Education and had Cameron Diaz and
I don't even know.
I want
what
to
it is,
say
You guys too horny, you had to go.
Jason Segel from How I Met Your Mother
Right.
guy. Yeah. And we walked out like 10 minutes in.
Wow.
That was such a shit movie.
Nice.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
genuinely try and enjoy. Like, I've paid for it. I'm going to try and enjoy whatever I'm watching to the best.
Oh, I have a low bar.
I have sat through garbage films because I sat there harumphing about the fact that I paid to fucking see this. So
Yeah. That was the first time I walked out.
I think I have walked out of a movie early, but I don't think it was through any fault of the movie. I think that just
I had to poo that one time.
something came up. Well, that one time.
But I didn't come back. I can't remember what we were seeing.
I don't remember either.
I don't recall.
It's gone.
Yeah, you were outright. You fucked off.
Yeah. I sent help, didn't I?
No.
No.
You sure didn't.
I thought I was dying. It was fluoro green.
Oh, that's right. I think
Dying for a poo.
Instead of going, guys, we have to go, you just left without a word.
Well, I didn't want you guys to miss out on the movie.
Wow.
The worst part was you messaged us about it well after the movie was over.
Way after, yeah.
Did
no,
I?
it
Yeah.
was way
Oh, wow.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even know.
I was in a full-blown panic.
Because we actually, I know that it was probably like 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
And the movie was still going. And Jamie's gone, hey, Josh is gone.
Yeah.
And I went, yeah.
I'm telling you,
looked
I was almost in tears on the phone to my mum. I'm like, I've Googled
My
it.
poo,
I don't
my
know what
poo,
this
Mum,
means.
My poo.
There's plenty of articles about green poo, but not fluoro green poo.
I've
It's like-
abandoned my friends, my poo.
It's like Shrek's shit. I just didn't know.
If your shit is dark, that's the problem. If it's really dark, you
No, but
run.
if you had fluoro green, you'd say that's a problem
I
too.
mean, what did I eat? I'd come in and go, guys, you have to see this.
I was betrayed by Superman.
To be fair, I can't argue with Jamie on this because if I did a fluoro green shit, that is the first thing you guys would hear about from me.
It's like I imagine that's what Hulk shit out when he first got infected with radiation.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, Hulk. I thought you were talking like Hulk Hogan, like, brother, I've taken too many roids. My shit's
Steroids,
fluoro
yeah.
green. Freedom.
I had genuine anxiety. I thought I was dying. I thought it was end of life symptom of bowel cancer or something.
It's if it's black. Black poo is
Why
bad
do you
poo.
know that?
Well, that's dark
Well, 'cause
blood.
that's
That's
'cause if
internal
you're bleeding.
blood.
Yeah.
bleeding.
You should know that, Nick. That's important to know. Like, just in
I've
general.
never
you
had
should
to
know.
worry about the colour of my
It
shit.
can also be a lot of iron. Yeah. Vast amounts of iron.
But yeah, like, if you ever worry, because, like, if you got internal bleeding,
That's
But
noticed
Nick,
that.
you
That's a-
don't
that's a good-
generally have to worry about fluoro green.
No.
yeah, fluoro green is okay.
Not common.
just been
It
eating too many
usually
Texas
means you've
crayons.
eaten too much frosting from your son's first birthday Superman cake.
That's right.
What was blue and red?
You are a fucking idiot.
It was the day before. I didn't make the connection.
Oh, wow.
It was Mum that pointed it out to me. She was like, "Oh, all the fondant on the cake."
Hang on. You ring your mum. Mum, my poo. It's green, my poo. She's gone, probably from the cake you ate. You went, oh, well, I'm not going back for my friends.
I don't know what the timeline was. I feel like you're getting really hung up on the I abandoned you part.
abandoned us.
You're a grown man. Your friend was in a medical emergency.
You were not.
You didn't know that at the time. I could have been dead
Yeah,
in
we
the
didn't know
gutter.
anything at the time.
Yeah, you didn't fucking communicate.
You disappeared.
If I wrote to you and said, I've had an emergency, I have fluoro green poo, you would not, neither of you would have showed any concern.
I
Guaranteed one of you would have written back and said,
you are fine.
so
Come back.
does that mean you're coming back to get us? Or
Yeah, exactly.
like, is
Should
that
we
a
follow the
serious
trail?
issue?
I like how you tried to kind of gloss this over in your mind by going, I said help. You've said nothing.
I actually thought I sent Jess or someone to come pick you up.
Nope. I had to ring my fucking parents. And then I think we got a taxi,
I
actually.
think we got a taxi
Yeah.
in the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be fine. They're cheap. The thing is, the cinema toilets made it look a lot worse.
Well, they do have those like fluorescent horrible.
It's the
lights.
really so it's a dark stall with a stainless steel bowl.
So it really shows up.
And then a one dark like downlight, and it just I don't know, just made it look so much more terrifying.
We got it back to porn again, boys.
All right, guys, I think that wraps it up on Josh's ultimate betrayal. I hope you all have a lovely
If you ever have a medical emergency, don't call Jamie or Nick.
If you actually do, because we will be able to tell you fluoro green shit, not a thing to really worry about in the immediate future.
Just ask what you ate.
Until next time, I've been Jamie.
I've been Nick.
I've been Josh.
And I'm still Dave.
Talking about farts, such a straight boy thing to do.
Very straight.
Why? Because gay boys can't fart?
No.
I feel an edit point has happened.
We're finished. Oh, I guess I'm still recording.
Yeah, you are recording.